Well, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has refuted reports that he's involved in the leadership matter of the Tobago House of Assembly. The Prime Minister responded to a newspaper article on Sunday which implied that he was in Tobago reportedly to hold talks with some of the PNM's main players following the resignation of Kelvin Charles as Chief Secretary on Thursday. Cozier-Phillip has more.
The Prime Minister, in a media release, said he's in Tobago on a private stay-home visit and has absolutely nothing to do with the Tobago House of Assembly's issue of leadership. He said, contrary to media speculation, he will not be meeting with or communicating with the PNM executive of the Tobago Island Council. Kelvin Charles resigned from the post of Chief Secretary on Thursday, as he earlier indicated, following his loss in the January Tobago PNM Council elections to Tracy Davidson Celestin. On Friday, the political leader of the Tobago PNM Council confirmed that Deputy Chief Secretary Joel Jack will act as Chief Secretary until a substantive one is appointed. Mrs. Davidson Celestin also said the legislature is working to ensure the Assembly is reconvened in the shortest possible time to select a new Chief Secretary. Meanwhile, Mrs. Davidson Celestin thanked Mr. Charles for his service to the island as Chief Secretary and PNM Tobago Council leader. Mrs. Davidson Celestin said according to the THA's Act 40 of 1996, a Chief Secretary will be determined through a sitting of the House. She is expected to meet with the Assemblyman early this week. According to the THA Act, the nomination of a Chief Secretary can come from any of the 12 elected Assemblymen or the 4 councillors. However, only the 12 elected Assemblymen can vote for the Chief Secretary. Mrs. Davidson Celestin was appointed a councillor and Secretary for Health, Wellness and Family Development in March. Cozier-Phillip, TTT News.